welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and today we're here for another vlog, but it's not just any vlog. No. It's time for my Addie LaRue reading vlog.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
So if you know me at all, you would know that Victoria Schwab is one of, if not my favorite author of all time. And she just released her new book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I just got it from Indigo right now. So I'm going to record my reaction because I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Look. Do you see how it shimmers? Oh my God, there's little birds on the front cover. Look at the end pages. Oh my God, it's beautiful. I got the Indigo exclusive edition, not even knowing what the exclusive part was it, and I don't even really care. I'm reading this right away. Welcome to the vlog. I'm fucking so excited right now. This is the first of many copies, so hopefully within this vlog I'll get the other copies. We can open them together. But holy shit. Can you tell? This is the best day of my life. Okay, bye. So I just finished reading 100 pages of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. As predicted, I'm living this, but I realized that in the previous clip, I never gave a summary of what this book is. So basically in the 1700s, a girl named Addie LaRue is wanting to be different. She doesn't want to follow the ways that women are forced to follow during that time of just getting married and having kids. So because of that, she really connects with a witch in her town, a woman who is really in touch with nature, and that's something that Addie wants to do. On the day of her arranged and forced wedding, Addie runs away into the forest to pray to the gods to give her a solution so that she doesn't have to be tied down to anyone. Unfortunately, none of the gods are responding to her except for a very dark and evil god. Who could be the devil? I don't know yet. And he grants her her wish of being free. But the downside to it is that every time Addie leaves a room or stops interacting with an individual, they completely forget her, and it's been this way for 300 years. So the book follows essentially two timelines, one that occurs in the year of 2014, and the other timeline follows around that time that this occurs. And I'm assuming we're gonna see how she comes from there to this new timeline. Where I'm at now, the overall plot, the overall concept of the novel is being explained. So we do get that backstory about Addie refusing to be forced down in the 1700s, and then her time now in 2014 and how she survives day to day just with everyone forgetting her. I just got to the part that appears in the synopsis where she's forgotten by everyone except for this one guy who remembers her, and we just met him in the bookstore, and now I started part 2. So the first chapter in that part is from Henry's perspective. So it seems like it's going to be a dual POV story. Very excited to see where this goes. I don't feel anything for Henry yet, but I do feel very close to Addie. So that's it for now. I want to read maybe 50 more pages today just so I can get to the 150 page mark, and I will update you when I update you. Peace. Hello. So excuse the weird lighting. I am in the bathroom of my boyfriend's house. I am here helping because his dog got neutered and I work from home, so they needed someone to take care of him, so I'm here. So I just got to page 200 in Addie LaRue and I love it. It's so good. We're at about the halfway mark and we're kind of understanding Addie and understanding her anxieties through living a life where people don't remember her. And Henry seems to have something magical going on in his life too. So these are two characters we meet who clearly have some extra goings on. What I'm really appreciating about this book is that, okay, so I watched a review from Heather over at Aphrodite Reads, and she mentioned how this book is very similar to Dorian Gray, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. That is one of my favorite classics because it really, not only was it an interesting, fantastical take on the discussion surrounding beauty, but it also discussed nature versus art and where art really places, art and beauty, where it places in our lives. I think Heather is spot on in talking about how The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue really dives into that thought. So in one of the scenes in around 1724, she is in Paris and she's meeting a lot of these well-known authors and philosophers and really getting into the concept of art because Paris at the time was a rising city for these kinds of things. So for example, Voltaire, the philosopher, walks into a bar and the person that she is with for the night is telling her how amazing it is that they saw Voltaire because he is such an up-and-coming writer and philosopher at the time, and now it's a big deal. And at the time that Addie's experiencing this, she is unable to read, just being a woman in the 1700s. That's the situation. And she's extremely interested. And because this guy won't ever remember her, she steals the Voltaire book from his room the morning after she sleeps over. And one of the questions that she asked this guy, his name is Remy, one of the questions that she asks Remy the night before is, how do you leave? Is life worth living if nobody remembers you? Is life worth living if you don't make a mark on the world? And he's kind of discussing art and how everything that we do leaves a mark. And so I think that that's such an interesting aspect of the book. And I'm like really excited to see where these discussions on art continue, because in the 2014 timeline, Addie is mentioning how there are things in the world that she sees left behind from her past and how she has this ring from her father that stays around with her. And I just think it's super interesting, like this discussion on like, if nobody remembers us, do we really leave a mark? Is our art capable, or the works that we produce able to leave a mark on the world as impactful as we feel like we've left? So I'm like, I have so many discussions on that I could talk about in this book, and I'm super excited to continue this and really go in depth and look at these themes that are being presented in the book, because I think people have this misconception that it is a romance story, that this romantic element of the story is far greater than I think it actually is. I think this book is doing way more, and I'm super excited to see where it goes.
Please show me the way, baby, to your heart. Please show me the way, baby, to your heart. And nothing is better for me to be with you. And nothing is better for me. Nothing is better. Baby, show me some love songs, 'cause tonight I wanna fall in love. You told me you love me too. I wanna believe you. And
Hello, welcome back to the vlog. As you saw in the last clip, I put this new mask on from Lush. I forgot what it's called and now it's in the bathroom, but it smells like chocolate and mint. And I don't know, I'm really liking this, and it looks like it has a bit of exfoliant beans. I didn't buy this mask, I got it for free as a tester. So I'm testing it out, but so far I'm really liking it. It went on really smooth despite the clear like exfoliants that are there. So excited for that. But basically, I'm here to update you about The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, so I didn't do much yesterday besides watch my boyfriend's dog. So I read about 200 pages, and a lot has happened in those 200 pages. So basically, we really got a development of, first of all, Addie's character in general, how her life was over the years, her relationship to the devil, how kind of his curses work. There's a glimpse about how it works with another character, which I thought was really interesting. Then we also get Addie's relationship with Henry and how that is developing over time. And what's interesting is that Henry is the only one that can remember her, but every time they go out with Henry's friends, they have to constantly introduce Addie every time. So it's like an interesting development. I have 100 pages left, and basically from what it seems like everyone's vlogs, like Meg over at Meg with Books posted a vlog and she's like clearly crying. I think Books and Lala was crying in her vlog about Addie LaRue. I think a lot of people have said that the last couple of pages have made them cry, and I have maybe a slight inclination to how it'll go. I have two ideas as to which way it'll go. Either the book ends with Henry forgetting her again, or Addie chooses to leave Henry. Either way, I feel like will be quite an emotional read. I'll update you as soon as I'm done. I'm going to take off this mask in a couple of minutes, finish my skincare routine, which I'll probably make you see, finish this, and then if I'm crying, what a great way to end the vlog. To your heart, please show me the way, baby, to your heart. And I think it's better for me to be with you. And nothing is better for me, nothing is better. Welcome to the end of the vlog, because I just finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And here's the thing. I loved this, but I don't know if I'm feeling this like inclination not to give this 5 stars, and I don't know why. In my heart of hearts, I think the hype of this book, not just everybody else on BookTube hyping this up, but me myself hyping myself out. I was expecting to cry. I was expecting to be disheveled over this book, and I'm just not. And I feel like, could this possibly be a 4.5? I almost cried. And I think because I was relying on myself to cry at the end of this book, I don't want to give it the 5 stars because I didn't cry. So I only really disappointed myself with my own expectations. Did I think this book was beautiful? Yes. Did I love the characters? Yes. Did I think the discussions around leaving a mark in the world, having a presence through your art, discussing like the beautiful things we have in the world, did I love that? Yes. I think overall the writing in this was so magical and atmospheric and wonderful. So I loved the characters in the story. Do I give this a 5 stars or do I give this a 4 star? So I think I'm gonna settle on a 4.5 star rating for this book. One, because I really did want to cry. And I think for me, most of my 5-star books are when I cry, or when upon reread of a really good 4.5 star book, I end up loving it more. So you've seen this maybe throughout some of my wrap-ups with, I think last month with A Starless Sea, I ended up giving The Starless Sea 4 stars because I think I hyped myself up so much that I was going to like it, that I ended up disappointing myself. So I think that that's the situation with this. And I think upon reread, this could be a 5-star. But there was one element of the book that I didn't like, and it was really the ending. There was this part that almost made me cry. And I know that that's probably the point that made people cry. So I know that there is this element that I do enjoy. I think the overarching relationship, and not the one between Addie and Henry, I think the other relationship, the way it ends and the way it's left kind of open, I think is what left me the most disappointed. So that's why I'm giving this a 4.5 stars. I think upon reread, when I'm going to start taking notes and really know what's happening in the story and know what I'm looking for, I will end up appreciating this more. But right now that I'm sitting on this, it's been a couple of hours since I finished this, I just don't get that 5-star feeling from it, and it makes me so sad. 4.5 seems very solid to me. I am happy with this choice, and of course it could always be a 5-star book for me. So I do have 2 other copies of this book coming in the mail. I'm super excited. Maybe one of them will be my reread. Maybe I'll read it in December. Sometimes I like to reread favorites throughout the year in December, just so I can know and solidify my choices. Obviously my favorite series from V.E. Schwab is the darker, where is it? The Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, and that will, I think, always be my favorite from V.E. Schwab. Very happy I finished it. Very happy you guys came on this journey. I highly recommend this book. I think it's actually really good for a wide variety of people. I think people who like fantasy will like this book. People who like historical fiction will like this book. I think people who like contemporaries will like this book. I think this book really touches upon every kind of genre, like a niche little touching of every single genre, and I think that that's what makes this book so solid and why I really did enjoy it. But there's just something missing, and I think it's that something missing at the end that I wish was done a tad different. But other than that, loved it, highly recommend. I actually cannot wait to reread this. I've reread pretty much all of V.E. Schwab's stuff, so super excited for that. But that's the end of this vlog. I hope I updated enough. I'm getting more used to vlogs. So if you liked this kind of idea where I focused on one book and really just updated you on one book, please let me know down below in the comments. So let me know what you thought about this book. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Fight with me in the comments because I love to debate and I don't know how to end these things. So I guess I will see you next time. Bye!